So this is the current fence. It's just a small little yard, and I'll try to show you over the backyard. Okay, there's just a dirt little patio there, but I'm going to pull this back fence all the way out, put it all the way back here to this fence. Sun's in the, no, the sun's, yeah, but I've set up some poles here to pull that back fence out all the way to here. And they should have all this nice grass. It's real pretty. It needs to be cut. Yard guy is gonna have to come by and cut it, but they've got plenty of shade trees, a lot of pecan trees. There's some young ones, some that are growing. That one's about, I think about 3 years old. And there's a big shade tree up here in the corner right there. But that's what I've been doing. Haven't made a video for a while, but I'm doing this for my dogs and expanding the yard. I'm gonna have to take these panels out and then take the chain link. There's a chain link on the other side of these panels. I'm going to pull that chain link all the way to the back to the poles, and then put the panels behind the poles just for a barrier from the neighbor's yard, from their yard, because that's their fence. And this way my dogs will have a much bigger yard. It'll be better for them because that little patio yard is just not very big. And this is a temporary fence that I had put up when I first moved here, and it was years ago. But I am also expanding it because I'm also getting 2 new additions to my family. I'll make another video, show you who they are, what they are, and their rescues. And I'm going to be picking them up on Sunday, so I've got to get this yard finished. This is Friday afternoon, and I've got all tonight and all day tomorrow to get it set up because I've got to go get on the road Sunday to go pick up my rescues. And I'll show them in another video. I wasn't really expecting to get them, but I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but it was a good situation, so I decided to go ahead and pick these 2 dogs up, and you'll get to meet them on Sunday. I'll make another video in a couple of days. But I was planning on moving out to a piece of land out in the country that's going to be several months from now. But I just saw these 2 dogs, and I really wanted to give them a home, and so I've got to finish this backyard, get it done by Saturday night. I've got to get it all finished, which I think I can probably do most of it tonight. Maybe touch up a little bit of it on Saturday morning. At least by Saturday afternoon I'll have it done. And the dogs that I'm picking up they're not abused or anything like that. They're just from a family that they haven't been able to really, it's just not working out in their schedule. I'm not going to criticize them because they're well taken care of. They feel bad for them, and they're not giving them the attention they deserve, and they're trying to find, a home where they'll get that attention, and I definitely can give them that. I live my life and I work my life for my dogs, and I have decided, to go ahead and pick them up, even though I really wasn't going to get another dog until I moved out in the country. I was going to actually get 1 or 2 more dogs when I move out in the country. I have 2 pit bulls, one pit bull and 1 pit bull Cane Corso cross. So these 2 other dogs, it'll be a surprise, but you'll get to see what kind they are and what they look like on Sunday. And I'm excited for them, and what I know about them is they're very well behaved. They've been obedience trained and worked with or by the owners. I think I don't know if they've taken classes or not. I don't really know, but they seem to be very, very good dogs. So I just can't wait. So I got to get this fence done. And that right there, that's a tree that I cut down, or part of a tree from there, because it was dropping. It's a hawthorn tree, and it drops thorns off. And they're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches long, and I've gotten them in my shoes. They've gone through the sole of my shoes. So I cut that down probably about 6 months ago, because I don't want it dropping thorns into my yard. My Chihuahua got one in her paw, and it was about 1/2 inch in her little paw. It just punctured almost all the way through. So I really don't like those trees, and I've actually wanted to try to cut it down, but it's awfully big, and it's pretty close to the power line. So I just cut that one part off that was hanging over my side. So this is the fence from the inside. So there's chain link here, and I'm gonna have to, I usually bury it a few inches, and then this right here, I'm gonna have to take all this, unthread all this, take it down, pull it down, and then I'm gonna have to come over to the other side and dig up the other side also. So like all this, it's buried into the ground. I usually do that to keep my dogs from digging out. And I'm gonna remove all this, just all this, dig it all up, pull this back, then uproot this, and they kind of made a little hole here. The dogs kind of parted it off, and I had to like stitch it up with some of this, I don't know what it is, like pig wire or something, I don't know what it is. And I'm gonna have to undo all this and just, well, I was gonna rip up the poles and move them out. There's 3 that I was gonna rip up, but there's probably about 80 pounds of cement on the end of each pole, so I'm probably not going to do that. And I don't know if I'd even have enough time, because it rained here on and off a few days last week, so I kind of got behind. But I'm going to just go ahead and rip this fence up and then push it back. And I guess I'll just go straight back from like this corner that goes all the way back to the fence. Just push it completely back out. I was going to go to the side about 4 feet, or no more than that, probably about 6 foot to the side, and then back. That's about 6 by 15 feet. I don't know, around 80 to 100 feet. That it would have given some more square footage to the yard, but it'll be big. It'll double the size anyway. Even when I'm just pushing this whole length of this back, it'll double the size of the yard, because they have run all the grass off of here. It's like this all the way from one side to the other. So, and when it rains, it gets super muddy and it's just a mess. So I'd like to give them a better yard, and I've been trying to do it for a while, but the expense, having to buy the poles and the cement, and then I did find a roll of 6 foot chain link for, it was $50. I think it was about maybe 30, I guess about 30 feet of fence. That's, you know, a lot cheaper than a whole roll of 6 foot. It's like $150 or something close to that. When I went to Home Depot to look at it, it was extremely expensive, and I was like, I'm only going to be here for maybe between, I'm hoping 4 to 6 months, and then be out of here. So it's just a temporary fix, and then when I move, then I'll put up another fence, build another fence, but I'd like to build it like a much better quality fence, a chain link fence, and I'm thinking it'll be somewhat temporary, but it's going to be much larger. And then maybe in a few years, I'd like to put up a completely just all metal fence, not the chain link metal, but I'm talking about the panels, the metal panel fence because those are really sturdy and they last forever, and they'd be really, really good for my dogs. And keep them in safe and keep other things out. Okay, well, just wait till Sunday and I'll introduce you to the new babies, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.